Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how I set up Vidjam for the performance I did in my previous video. If you haven't checked it out, there's a link to it in the description. Vidjam can automatically go through a playlist and keep everything in sync with little to no interaction. But for this setup, I wanted to have a more hands-on approach to triggering videos. I wanted to be able to trigger individual videos in any order at any time while keeping everything in sync. I'm syncing Vidjam to my Groovebox, which is an Electron Syntakt, but you can sync Vidjam to anything that sends out clock either via MIDI or Ableton Link. This can come from external hardware, or it could be software like Traktor or Ableton. My Syntakt is hooked up to my computer via USB. If you head over to Preferences and go to MIDI, you'll see all your available MIDI devices. Here's my Syntakt. I'm going to enable MIDI Note, CC, and Clock. For this video, I'm not using Note or CC information, but having an option available is nice. Notice how the clock LED is flashing. This means that the device is sending clock data that can be used by Vidjam. If this isn't flashing, check your connections or device setup. Next, let's go to the main interface and enable BPM mode. To test the clock sync, change the tempo on the source device. Vidjam's tempo should also change. Now that I'm receiving clock, I need to get things in phase by hitting Q at the start of the bar. I could time this myself and manually hit Q, but Vidjam automatically cues if it receives a start or play command via MIDI. You can hit Q at any time if things get unaligned. Now when I hit start on my Syntakt, Vidjam cues and everything lines up automatically. As you can see, everything is now time stretched to the beat. At this point, I could just let Vidjam do its thing and go through the playlist. As long as my duration is set to whole bars, the visuals will stay in sync. But I also want to trigger random videos on the fly, so I'll set a grid up for that. First I'll add the grid, then I'll load it up with the videos. What's in the current playlist is fine. If I expand the grid, I can see all the videos I loaded. By default, the blending mode is set to screen, which will make things semi-transparent. I don't want that, so I'm going to change the blending mode to alpha. These videos don't have any alpha information, so they'll just be fully opaque. I want to make sure that only one video plays at a time. So if I trigger a new video, the previous one will automatically stop. So I'm going to change the polyphony to 1. Next, I'm going to change the quantization to 4 bars. I set it to 4 bars because my patterns on my Syntakt are 4 bars long. When I trigger a pattern change on my Syntakt, it waits to the end of the 4-bar pattern before changing. Since Vidjam is now quantized to 4 bars, it'll also wait till the end of the 4 bars before triggering a video. I really don't want to mess with the mouse during a live performance, so I'm going to map the videos to an external control for easy triggering. You could use a keyboard, MIDI controller, or a Stream Deck. I'm going to use a Stream Deck because I have one and it's pretty awesome to use. So I'll just hit the Stream Deck button on the grid. Vidjam automatically assigns the videos in the grid to the Stream Deck and generates video previews for every button on the fly. It's pretty slick. And that's it. So now I can trigger a pattern change on my Syntakt, and then trigger a new video, and at the end of the 4 bars, both will change at the same time.